Hi everyone, hope you're doing well. This time we're going to be taking a look at a sunken plane wreck which is in Lancashire at the bottom of a flooded quarry. Now this quarry is 25 metres deep and is home to various boats including a minesweeper and a gypsy moth yacht, helicopters, a devil statue, a cannon and a gnome garden of all things. There even used to be an oil rig, although this has been recently removed. But the main draw for divers who use this lake is the sunken plane wreck, which can be accessed by swimming down a steep cliff to a depth of around 15 metres. It is all within crystal clear waters where sea life is also freely swimming as well. The twin-engine medium-sized plane is a Hawker Siddeley HS748 model. I hope I pronounced the Siddeley bit right. Divers can also make the most of one of the cleanest recreational bathing waters in the UK and marvel at the shoals of roach and perch, trout and sturgeons, not Nicola. The plane itself is widely thought of as the largest inland wreck and has been cleaned and prepared for divers to swim down and view it, while they can also make their way through it as the tall tail section has been sheared off and sits next to the plane. Once dry, visiting divers can enjoy refreshments in the on-site cafe, browse the shop and the changing facilities and refill their air tanks. Now here is a full list of what is in this flooded quarry. The first wreck is something called a Podsnap. This is a Dickens class harbour minesweeper built in 1944 specifically to clear mines in and around harbour entrances during World War II. She is 50 foot long, has a beam of 14 feet and displaces 25 tonnes. This was placed in the lake in December 1995 and now lies on her side in 18 metres. The next is a Wessex Dragonfly helicopter, and this first flew in 1943 and was commissioned to HMS Eagle in October 1953. It moved to the Advanced Training and Development Unit in 1953 and continued in service in a variety of roles until her last flight in 1962. It was then when it was moved to the Civil Aviation Fire School at Stansted, where she was used extensively for crash rescue training techniques. Now, scrapped in 1991, it was brought to this site in 1996 and now lies at top of the cave which is located in this quarry at 14 metres. Next up is the African Queen, and this is a lookalike for the famous vessel in the Humphrey Bogart film of the same name. It sits on a slope in 12 metres of water. There is also a cave which is in fact an old container which has been engineered to allow safe access inside. This provides a very realistic overhead environment suitable for lining out, whilst providing safe access and exit from each side. The Wessex helicopter sits at the top of the cave. Next up is the Dreamer. This is one of the original wrecks located here and ideally located at the end of the training area and lies in 8 metres of water. Then there is the Orca, and this is the most recent wreck and an excellent dive in a quieter part of the quarry we are discussing. Next is the Gypsy Moth, and this sits at 17 metres and is a spitting image of the yacht of the same name made famous by Sir Francis Chinchester's solo non-stop around the world voyage. I do apologise earlier in this video where I said yacht. Next is a Candina 2, which is an unusual name for a vessel. which was in the high seas, but an excellent dive nevertheless to see it. It sits alone on the far side of the quarry and is rarely visited, so you are guaranteed a quiet dive generally, with good visibility. This lies at 18 metres deep, but is well worth the effort when you get there. Next up is a cannon. Originally destined for the front of the shop where this place is located, they decided that the old weapon of such earlier seafaring age would be much more interesting as an underwater exhibit. There's not much to see, but a good check of your whereabouts underwater when you bump into it, I bet. And it lies 18 metres down and marked by a red buoy. Now here's a weird one, the gnome garden. A very special feature, not to be confused with any other gardens of similar nature in the Northlands, but it is their very own collection of garden gentlemen, kindly donated by one of the regular visiting dive schools. The location is secret. Shh. So if you can find them yourselves, please do not touch, leaving the gnomes alone for others to enjoy. So you have been told. Next up is the Lord Lucan and Shergar. Possibly the most famous attractions, the two fiberglass horses from Blackpool Pleasure Beach are a significant addition to the training centre and provide a unique underwater feature. So come and have a look for yourselves, is what they say. And lastly is the new Wessex helicopter, which is a magnificent new addition to this place. And there's an old helicopter that sits on top of the cave, which is earlier mentioned, and is resplendent in bright day glow yellow, sitting atop of the container to keep it clear of the bottom in about 15 metres of water. Now the arrival of this attraction, as it's yet again the events place says, put them in front in terms of in-water attractions for anyone who does like scuba diving. So that's enough of what is in this lake. You want to know where the hell is it, as I've been ranting on for nearly 7.5 minutes. So I'm about to tell you. The place we are talking about is the flooded quarry, which makes up the Carpenray Dive Centre, which is located 3 miles away from Carnforth in Lancaster. So if you are interested in this place, I will put a link in the description so you can read a lot more about it. I hope you've found this video interesting and different for this channel. Please do check out my other videos and consider subscribing should you want to. And if you did enjoy the video, you can actually hype it if you're watching on YouTube. You can't if you're watching on Facebook or TikTok. But let's face it, TikTok videos are never really usually this long, so you're probably switched off by now. But on Facebook, you can also give it a like and follow my channel as well as comment. So until the next video, please do take care of yourselves, folks, and goodbye for now.